Hello, and welcome to day 20 of our Advent calendar. I expect that most of us by now have got a good chunk of the Christmas preparations in hand, but if you haven't, I don't want to worry you, but there are only 5 days left, and I guess even the mighty Amazon might have a few problems delivering unless you're really quick. In our Advent calendar, we've noticed how meticulously God prepared people for the arrival of his Son at the first Christmas. His preparation stretched back over 700 years, and there are even hints pointing to the Messiah that go right back to the Genesis description of creation. Actually, God not only prepared people, he prepared culture as well. Now there's a verse that we read every Christmas in church that is easy to gloss over because it just gives us useful context. Luke begins his gospel by telling us that he did painstaking research into the life of Jesus. And he just slips this in as like a bit of backstory. Here it is. In those days, Caesar Augustus, he was the first Roman emperor, issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place when Quirinius was governor of Syria. And everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, to the town of David, because he belonged to the house and the line of David. Now, in their day, Jews didn't have to serve in Roman armies, but they couldn't avoid paying Roman taxes. So Joseph and Mary set off to Joseph's hometown of Bethlehem. So it was this census that got the couple on the road to the very place where the prophets had foretold the Messiah would be born. Coincidence? Hardly. Not now we can see the numerous other events that all came together for Jesus' arrival. And when he arrived, there were many factors which made this particular time and this particular place ideal for God to get his word out into the known world. The Romans had built a highly efficient road network which Christians would later use to spread the gospel. The political stability the Roman rule brought meant that Christians didn't have to risk war zones in the first century. We call it Pax Romana, or Roman peace. And from BC 27 to AD 180, the Roman Empire was considered to have been at its most peaceful. And it meant that people could move unhindered across the Middle East and beyond. And then there was a common language, Koine Greek, which is a bit like Facebook Greek as opposed to formal Greek. And most people could speak a bit of it. So there was little need for translation when the New Testament came to be written. It seems as if God conspired to bring all these things together to create the very best conditions for him to appear in human form and bring the message of life and peace with him. Now for me, that makes Christmas worth celebrating. God can be seen in the events surrounding the first Christmas, and I pray that you'll see him in the events surrounding yours. God bless you. Hello again. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might like to subscribe. There's a little button below this frame, and then you'll get an alert to tell you when the next one comes out. You could also like it, or you could leave a comment and join in the conversation. It would be great to hear from you.